Recognizing the Rubble of Palestine. Notes from the edge of the narrative matrix. UK, Canada, and Australia. Never fear, Palestinians. We are here to save the day. Palestinians. You're going to stop the genocide? UK, Canada, and Australia. No. Oh, God, no. No. We are going to give you a great big thumbs up for the idea of your eventual statehood. Palestinians. Will you at least stop sending them weapons? UK, Canada, and Australia. Lol, no. In response to the UK, Canada, and Australia announcing their recognition of a Palestinian state, Benjamin Netanyahu has proclaimed that Israel will never allow such a state to exist. It's not going to happen. There will be no Palestinian state to the west of the Jordan River, Netanyahu said, adding that Israel will continue expanding settlements in the West Bank. It's funny how Israel supporters will claim it's a genocidal hate crime to say from the river to the sea Palestine will be free, but apparently it's fine to say from the river to the sea Palestine will not be free, even if you say it while actually committing genocide. Israeli officials coming out and saying there will never be a Palestinian state are completely discrediting all the two-state solution Western liberals who've spent 2 years condemning Hamas because they didn't pursue their liberation by going through the proper channels. Reminds me of that John Stone quote you see going around sometimes. One reason people insist that you use the proper channels to change things is because they have control of the proper channels and they're confident it won't work. Westerner. I support a two-state solution. Israel. There will never be a Palestinian state. Westerner. Okay, then I support a one-state solution where everyone has equal rights. Israel. You're calling for an end to the Jewish state, you monster. Westerner. All right, then I support the Palestinian resistance. Israel. That's supporting terrorism. You are Hamas and we can legally murder you. Westerner. Well, can I at least support a permanent ceasefire to end the genocide? Israel. Cox pistol. What did I just tell you about supporting Hamas? Westerner. Okay, then I support Palestinians living as a permanent underclass until they can be slowly salami sliced out of existence as a people. Israel. Getting warmer. Westerner. I support removing all Palestinians from their historic homeland via ethnic cleansing or extermination before the end of the Donald Trump presidential term. Israel puts away gun. That's more like it. I saw a video where 2 Australian doctors described how they had to deliver a baby via emergency C-section because the baby's mother had been decapitated by an Israeli airstrike. Information like this always reminds me of that period last year when all the Western politicians and media outlets were telling us that the worst people in the entire world were the university students who were protesting against this genocide. The Global Samud Flotilla is saying they're seeing drones around their ships again, just days out from their planned arrival to bring aid into Gaza. Earlier this month, drones repeatedly dropped incendiary firebombs on the boats. This comes as Israel's foreign ministry declares that the flotilla is a Hamas ally, and as Google runs Israel-sponsored ads, spinning the flotilla as a terrorist operation. I don't know if the Israelis are going to kill these courageous activists, but you can tell they really, really want to. Remember that time we spent 2 years watching a horrific live-streamed genocide, and then everyone tried to tell us we're supposed to cry and express our deepest condolences when one of the propagandists of that genocide got shot? That was weird, right? When Biden finally fucking dies, I'm going to be much more insensitive and hostile than I ever was about Charlie Kirk, because he was objectively more murderous and destructive. And when I do, right-wingers won't be shrieking at me about how evil it is to speak ill of the dead. These people have no principles. They're just herd-minded NPCs trying to canonize a horrible man because he has the same ideology as them. You're never going to believe this, but it turns out that news story everyone's been yelling hysterically about is being used to advance many pre-existing agendas of the U.S. empire. Officials at the U.S. War Department have announced that they're considering using Charlie Kirk as a tool for military recruitment. You can add that to the list of all the other agendas they're using Kirk's death to advance, like increased censorship and surveillance and attacks on leftist dissident groups. This was predictable from the very beginning. Never play along with their games.